On today's episode, featured videos include...
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 23 of the supplemental broadcast here on Alexandria Alternative Media Broadcasting, an OK Copernicus production. I'm your host, Jess, but you can call me Epitome or Burn Kid as well, because I'm Epitome the Burn Kid. Please be sure to follow the entire archival project, hashtag YouTube Recommended Chronicles, on X or Tumblr for the latest videos, music, memes, and more. Listen to the official soundtrack on SoundCloud, and if you're watching me on YouTube, please be sure to find me on Rumble should anything happen to this channel. All links discussed in today's episode can be found below in the description box, and please be sure to subscribe, like, share, follow, and tell some friends and family about the show and the many things that we go over in our program. And this is a little, instead of my usual friendly reminder, here's a little disclaimer. The electromagnetic sensitivity is off the charts with the Schumann resonance and the solar activity today. So if I get a little itchy or a little weird, my body is very responsive to magnetic and electromagnetic frequency changes. So please pardon me if I get a little glitchy on you. And now that we've had our evolutionary health update, let's get on to today's featured video recommendations. First up on today's show, we have featured favorite Jimmy Dore show with a super funny On the Road live audience edition where we take a look at those eco-loons at Davos displaying their ignorance, arrogance, and inauthenticity. We've come to expect from these ecocidal, mentalcidal, genocidal maniacs. It is so much easier with Jimmy and the crew cutting up and joking around about the absurdities of the 21st century world leaders than it is just to try to defer what's really going on from anything mainstream. If you need a good laugh to complement your WEF-induced groans, be sure to give this link a click down in the description box below. The title of that one is Obama, Al Gore, John Kerry are colossal climate hypocrites, live from Two Roads Theater from the Jimmy Dore Show channel. Next up, we have the Kendari Chronicles channel with their video, A Stolen Symbol, A Sign of Things to Come. Did you know the Star of David was a stolen symbol with a fully fabricated narrative wrapped around it? I didn't know that myself about the well-known six-sided star. What this video from the Kendari Chronicles shows us is breaking down the Zionist histrionics tied to this symbol. It is fascinating that this symbol was not a part of Judaism until the medieval era. For the entire story of the assimilation of this symbol and the other cultures who have used it in the past, head on over to and click the link I left for everyone. Now, we have some more great on-location reporting from Redacted covering the German farmers' protests in Berlin. The title of this video is We Investigated the German Farmers' Protest. If you have been following me on X or Tumblr lately, you have probably noticed a lot of video posts from the many different farmers' activism and protest demonstrations across Europe right now that are spreading. Yay, spreading. Yeah, India and Canada's in on it now, and a few others. Excellent. Check out this story to hear from the farmers protesting firsthand to help keep us fed and keep themselves cared for and fed while under the endless threats and regulations that are controlling and destroying our food supply worldwide. Our next video entry will show everyone what those nasty totalitarians are really after. Head on over to Redacted's channel for more on the fight for our basic freedoms and civil liberties. As promised, I try to provide some really good features that are really entertaining and really make you think. This video is a must-watch, must-share feature. It comes in from 3D Epics Incorporated's channel, and the title of this is Beyond the Reset Animated Short Film. Beyond the Reset is a remarkably well-made animated short conveying the conspiracy facts, not theories, that have been seeded and imposed on Western civilization increasingly over the past few years. Though some of us saw the signs of these inferences creeping into the mainstream a decade or more ago. I can't explain it in a way to do it justice, but I can assure you that it will reframe what's really been going on and what they were prepping for by invoking pandemics and lockdowns, net zero, and the like. This will blow your mind. The animation is pretty excellent too. Go on over to 3D Epics Incorporated for more. And now we have on the Rubin Report, ex-professor exposes why universities can't be saved, is the title of the next video. We have a great interview between Peter Boghossian and Dave Rubin on the Rubin Report on the topic of why universities cannot be saved from the Marxist corruption they have propelled and perpetuated. If you haven't heard what the norms are at universities in the lives of admin and faculty lately in higher education, it is highly advisable that you give this interview a listen if you're a little out of date with what it's like in academia. This ex-professor calls out these indoctrination mills and social justice factories. His experiences were very much relatable to myself as an ex-student who left college due to the corruption and hostile learning environment, which has become the norm at colleges of all tiers, public, private, and even religious. It is no longer a place to get an education. It is a Club Med-styled Gulag Light experience. For more great conversations like this one, head on over to the Rubin Report. You will definitely be pleased. And our last feature, this is a really good one. This comes in from Joe Scott, and it's titled, Why Some Billionaires Are Actively Trying to Destroy the World. So, are billionaires trying to destroy the world? Is there logic to misanthropy? What is this accelerationism we've all been hearing about? Well, we've got you covered with the 411 coming in from Joe Scott's YouTube channel, Controlled Demolition. That's right, I said it. Controlled demolition is a way of dealing with systems condemned to failure. And it looks like the powers that be are trying to pull a profit out of the rubble they wish to generate themselves. This video is full of hot takes and some solid logic. I recommend you head on over there for more on this point of view. And that brings us to my favorite part of the show, my auspicious op-ed. I put together some words about stuff that I think matters a lot, and I cared a lot about it, and I hope you care too, and I hope you're inspired to do something similar and get the word out and speak your mind, because we need as many on board as possible. So here it goes. So I think it's time to finally ask this one really good question. Aren't we much more adept now than we were upon our founding and reconstructions or industrial revolutions to settle off-grid and build our own civilization with a societal structure we truly wish to build and uphold? I can tell you firsthand that the settlers who headed over for Jamestown and Roanoke wouldn't have gone all cannibal on one another if they had Amazon delivery and a private post office box at the UPS or FedEx store. Perhaps they would have been better at building much-needed agricultural and artisan skills with the help of mobile devices, YouTube, and off-grid internet options. With a satellite phone and a weather radio, emergency planning is far easier for us in the 21st century than it was for any settlers in history. I think it's time to quite literally resettle our respective homelands and build from scratch everything we think a society should represent and encompass. The signs of impending catastrophe, societal collapse, and urban, although in many cases suburban decay, are not merely peering through the cracks, but are instead glaring heavily and beaming through the gaping holes. It would appear that last reset, somewhere around the early modern era in the 18th and 19th centuries, people were making leaps and bounds in strides regarding the advent of many technologies, including scientific and medical. When we look to the end of this era, At the turn of the 20th century and into the contemporary era, starting around the Roaring '20s, many great strides in innovation took place from scratch to bring the people of then much closer to living a life like we have lived for the past 50 plus years. If those people were able to accomplish all that they did without any of the convenience or advantage we can apply to the task, then why shouldn't we be able to pull together with all our skills and experiences from different backgrounds to build superior systems and services on fresh ground that hasn't been polluted or corrupted or perverted in any way from generations of destructive policy trends, fads, and norms? Call me old-fashioned, but I dare to bet that people who sincerely care about the work, resources, and services a society needs to thrive fruitfully would fulfill said roles and needs with higher quality and satisfaction than anyone profit-focused or disgruntled like they are with the fruitless nightmare of a system being perpetuated and upheld by the dark cabal for the time being. Part of putting an end to their power is by permanently putting people and positions like these elites wish to hold out of business for good by providing for ourselves the things that we need in a manner that does not perpetuate the disgusting Ponzi scheme of debt slavery the Western world has been brainwashed into accepting as the only way to live. So many inferior parties have done so much with so much less than we have had at our disposal currently. I don't see how we couldn't put together a societal structure, systems, and services that put their wasteful, self-serving decadence to shame with a fraction of their expenditures. I believe in us, and I hope you believe in us too. Let's not wait any longer to start building a better way to live. We were born for this great adventure. And that closes out our show, leads us to today's musical selection, On the Other Side of the Veil. And I just animated a music video for this. I am the only VJ and animator on the channel. Be sure to check out. I don't just make the music, I also do the music videos, and I'm a pretty bangin' VJ. So go on over and check out the links in the description for The Other Side of the Veil from my project Transmissions Existential. And as always, I want to thank everyone for being here with me. I want to thank all my new subscribers and followers. I'm so glad to have you with me. I just want everyone, as always, to stay safe, stay prepped, be awesome to one another, be excellent to one another, remain awesome, and please be sure to tell a friend and come back and see us next time on the Supplemental Broadcast. Bye-bye, everyone. Links in the description box below. Peace out.